Hi everybody, thanks for joining. If you're watching this back later, thanks for watching. Captain Gyro here. We're covering another game of the Fury of Dracula, League of Dracula, Tournament of Dracula, 2024, the year of Dracula. So today we have AndreZot versus Herowwan. And we should have a good one here. We're joining a little bit late, as you can see, but it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that was Dracula's starting location that just fell off the trail. Got Sister Agatha in play. Speedy Telegraph. Ooh. Dracula Dark Called. Trying to use Speedy Telegraph to maybe figure out a little bit more about the trail before he goes into Klausenberg. Yeah, I think he's gonna go. There goes Mina. Okay, Mina's gonna do Klausenberg. No ambush. How gracious. Okay. Probably Galatz, I'm thinking, is where the rumor token is. That would kind of make sense to me. Maybe this thing in Klausenberg is like a saboteur, right? And then if Godalming rolls another 1 on his horses, you've got your vampire mature. It'll clear the dark call. Which is always cool. Not that you'd necessarily want a dark call again, but it's always nice when it clears off a space that, doesn't cost you any value, instead of clearing off an encounter. But it was just rats. Just ratty boys. Don't know why you'd really want to put that down, but maybe he had his reasons. Now it's probably pretty likely they're going to be able to deal with this vampire if it is in Galatz. Now it could be that it's in Belgrade or something like that, and then that would be kind of annoying because they would miss it. So there's still possibilities here, but I would go with the obvious choice. Oh no! Oh no! Goodbye, horse. It's been nice. That is unfortunate. Hey, Jordy, welcome. Just had a white 1 come up. The horse is kaput. Ooh, so unlucky. Yeah, he couldn't find it. That's a bit unfortunate. But, from 11, if he'd have just taken the train, he could have gone all the way to 10. And then he could have gone to Bucharest, or he could have gone to Galatz today. But it's not in Galatz, it turns out. Oh, hoo, hoo. So it actually is 10. That's unfortunate. My horses are so great and all, but if you can't get that last white one, maybe just say, alright, I can't get it, I'm going to take the train. Because at least that way you'd be closer to where you think the encounter is. This is a good train, too, from 11 to 10. That's a good train. You want to take that one if you can. Ooh. Might have co-host here, people. Oh, rats, I missed it. What did he mature? It wasn't a vampire. Oh, he layered it. Okay.
Yo.
Hey.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Gyro? Happy to pop in.
How are you, Snuff? Welcome.
Not too bad. I was thinking, okay, I'm working from home today for the hurricane. I was like, you know what? I can just like silently record this, and then boom, out of nowhere, Jordy's recording and you're streaming. I'm like, fine, working away to keep tabs on the emails, but otherwise I can hop in and chat a little bit.
Yeah, a certain redundancy of effort. Why not?
Yeah,
Why not cut that out and we'll just all hang out together?
yeah, we can dive into it.
Yeah, so
I
he
haven't
he
really been.
layered that rumor.
I have literally not paid attention to anything that's gone on in this game
Okay.
to this point.
So I tuned in towards the end of the first week. Uh,
Okay.
it was revealed that Klausenberg was on the trail. It was the first encounter. I missed how he discovered it, but it was the first one on the trail. But it was rats. Mina dealt with it. Then Godalming rolled a yellow one, and then he rolled a white one, and he lost his horse.
Oh,
Yeah, and it turns out the encounter wasn't in Galatz, it was in Bucharest the whole time anyway. But he
gotcha.
he layered it. It's rumor token encounter in Bucharest, and it's been layered now. And the reason we know it's Bucharest is because Godalming checked 53 and he checked 6. Um, and he was in 11 already. So he checked all those places adjacent to Klausenberg. So it had,
Got it.
and Mina checked Galatz, so it has to be 10. And now that's a layer with a rumor. Okay, caught the hoax.
Okay.
Nice. She took the train from
Yep.
22 to 17, I think.
Well, that's a win. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, eight. Would add eight options. Could have been something really good in there for Drac if that matured. So good
Yeah,
catch on AndreZot's part.
it's unfortunate he didn't put that down in 10. But
Um,
then again, it happens. 10 was the one that matured, but he didn't mature it, he layered it.
got it.
So,
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
yeah,
I wonder if
we'll see. I bet it
Godalming
was
will step on it
Saboteur.
because if Godalming lost his horse and his stake, he's gonna need to resupply here.
Did he
I
lose
presume
the
he'll just go
stake?
to Varna to do that, but maybe he'll think, you know, go to Budapest in 2 turns or go to Bucharest just because it's less out of the way. I presume he'll go to Varna and supply next. but we'll see.
Well, he would have to go there and then search the encounter before it matures.
Oh,
And
there's
then
an encounter in Varna.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. See, Mina went. Dracula went from Klausenburg to Bucharest to Constanta and then to Varna, then to Sofia.
Cosmo Bucharest, Constantine. Oh, I see. That is a little risky.
So he just dealt with the encounter in Sofia, which was a bats. What is it like a bats?
It was the hoax, right?
Was the no Mina dealt with the hoax?
Oh,
But if it
I
was,
thought Godalming dealt with the hoax.
but
I thought
neither of them have bats affecting them. So why is bats in the discard? Dracula discard it?
did he mature it without layering it?
I don't
I
think
don't know.
so. Unless I missed something. No, I don't think he
Or was
did.
there a behind the veil we missed? Maybe. Speaking of discard, oh, there's two horses in the discard. Why are there two horses in the discard?
Oh my
Were there
goodness, we can't figure
two dead
anything
horses?
out. Yeah, probably the first one we probably missed because I
It's like
didn't tune in until about the end of the
and
first
all
week.
four stakes in the discard. If
Well,
I
there's a
am
bunch of
Herowann,
crazy stuff discarded.
if I'm Herowann, I want to put down vampire after vampire after vampire after vampire after vampire, and then another vampire after that, just for good measure. That's probably what I'd want to do right about now.
Well, he's got his other rumor token down now. It's probably in. I bet he's already on his way to Munich or in Munich. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I mean he could be
with so many
past it
cards on
now,
the trail,
maybe.
yeah. I suspect he could have gone 46-55 Athens Hyde, but I really doubt it. I think he probably went to 49. Yeah.
Oh, he
Oh, and he
did in
hid there. That's interesting because he could have been further along if he wanted to, but he stopped and stayed.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. If you go to, if you feel like the hunters are having trouble dealing with your encounters, you have a little time, that you can wait and see, and then move if you think that they're not going to be able to get to you quickly, or just like from Sarajevo, you can go to Valona next if you want to, if you feel like that's the safer route if you need to, or if you feel comfortable enough, you can keep going west. West is better, but obviously it's a little bit riskier in that more hunters like Seward could jump on you, you know?
His sense of emergency. He ambushed him with the desecrated soil, but not the other card. I don't mind that. Now, if he has to search it out, he get soiled again. Oh.
Okay, so he didn't go directly west. Interesting. So he could have gone to Valona after, or what is this again?
She's gonna sense of emergency. There's so much emergencies right now. But he's gonna let this card mature.
Huh.
No, he's going. Well, he's going to Valona to get that card, but he's gonna let the other card mature.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, this is interesting.
So then Dracula went.
Okay, we have a vamp
He
mature,
went to
and it's gonna clear
Belgrade.
the rumored vamp. Oh no, sorry, that's not clearing. I'm sorry.
This is working out great for Dracula because they're blowing a lot of cards and they haven't found him.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
still
I
could
agree.
he still could be in 6, he could be in 53, and then he could get ready to wolf form or maybe just move to Klausenburg and then get ready to go to his lair.
This vamp can do 4 damage to Mina, in which case she wouldn't be in a position to fight Drac.
Right.
The hunters only have one horse between them, so they're not, and they just burned all these senses of emergency. They're not gonna have the movement to get to him necessarily. I mean, I guess they can kind of block him off here.
Oh.
Okay, well now with that, the hunters can kill me. Or sorry, Dracula can kill me here if the stars align. You know, at 4 health, when you like fang into a punch, you can do 4 damage.
Yeah, I mean he could plot here while she dodges.
Yeah. If you guess right.
Then you Strength the Escape, Fang again, something like that.
Okay, well, unlucky guess there. Drac would have been hoping for the escape.
Yeah.
Um, so this means Dracula's in Belgrade now. Interesting.
Or Szeged,
Ooh,
right?
wow. Strengthening the knife. Now Mina's in a
She's
lot of
getting
danger. I hope the hunters
real
have
beat
great
up.
strength.
Yeah. Doing risky stuff here.
Yeah, this is a
Not
tough
escaping.
position. Very, very tricky situation.
When your health's down to 4 like that in the day fight, I would pretty much try to escape. Like, every time, I would think.
Yeah. But I guess if you have no
It's just
stakes, you
dangerous.
want to kill this thing. Like,
Yes.
that's probably what he's thinking. Well, I have to kill. May as well try to kill it during a day combat.
But you still have a couple days before it matures.
And here's the other thing: if this, oh no, this is the rumored ban. Forgive me. I was thinking this was a different one.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's rumored.
So yeah, this is something you're gonna want to kill.
Yes, but unfortunately, I mean, you had time to deal with it. Maybe rushing Mina in all at once wasn't the way to go. But there's so many stakes in the discard pile. Like, what else are you gonna do? Somebody has to deal with it. They both had enough.
Ooh. Yeah. Could have been a dead hunter, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that
Shame.
honestly, that could have gone a lot worse. If that hunter died, that would be a lot worse for AndreZot.
He did play a lot of damaging cards. Maybe he didn't have any more, but do sort of find that unlikely. Wasn't
Oh,
there
she is
second fangs still
forewarned.
in there? Wasn't there still another claws kicking around? Maybe
Well,
even
that
another
reveal is gonna
strength.
be helpful for Drac to know. Mina's got forewarned.
Yeah. Hasn't that been revealed for a while? Yeah.
Oh, has it? I thought it was the sense of emergency before that.
Oh, you're right. You're right. She sensed emergency, then she had to switch out. She has a
So if
holy
I'm
host, but
Drac,
she didn't play it either.
the only hunter I'm afraid of right now is probably Seward. I mean, Konami only has one item. Mina has 2 health.
Yeah, yeah. He can really
Does
exploit
Drac want to
this
stay
and
here?
linger around if he wants. Go to
Yeah.
28. They don't have a horse to catch you. Go to 22. They don't have a horse to catch you.
If I can, I'd be putting in a Spire, given how poorly armed they are.
Yeah, you want to like drag them around in a second circle before you leave.
Go to Szeged, put down a Spy. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Consecrated
This might
Ground.
change things up a little. No wonder she didn't use her Holy Host. And she
Ooh.
was hanging on to CG the whole time. If
But
she'd have been
there's
killed,
a
that could have been disastrous. Oh, but he didn't go
problem,
there. He did
though.
go to Belgrade. You were right.
The problem is Drac can go to
He
Klausenberg.
could just go to Klausenberg. Yes, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't want
Does
to use
AndreZot
CG when he's that close to.
does AndreZot know that you can't place one in Klausenberg? Because if you could, this would be glorious. I know it's not the card, but I've totally forgotten that there's text on cards that I don't use that much. Like with Enraged, I lost a game because I didn't read the part, or I didn't remember that I read the part that says Drac can't escape after playing Enraged. It's if it seems like someone might forget that it says you can't use it on Klausenberg.
And it's tricky too because, I mean, not in this particular example, but it's a game that's full of uh, things where the text on the card doesn't necessarily tell the whole story. So a good example would be fog, right? It just says to place 2 fog tokens. It's on you to open up the rule book and look up a fog token and read what a fog token does when it's on the board, or rather what it does not let the hunters do.
I still like have taken a long time to remember like when. I'm still not sure I get when the fog token was removed. I think it's at the end of the
At
next
dusk.
day.
It's at dusk.
Okay, the next dusk phase.
Yeah.
So if you
So if you
ambush a
ambush,
hunter,
you lose 1 at
uh,
dusk.
you lose 1 at dusk.
If they search, you don't lose 1 till the next dusk.
Got it. So if you ambush with a fog during the day in an inland city, that hunter can move towards you again the next day. And if it's in a port,
Yes, but if you ambush with fog during the day, they also become delayed.
okay.
But that's
But that
written
would.
on the card.
Hmm. Interesting that he went to Sophia and not Klausenberg. Was there? He must like
Yeah,
the
yeah. I mean,
layer card
if
there.
he had gone to Klausenberg, you can probably chase him down, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Like, even without the horses, like, you could probably get everybody in position, block some key spots, force a wolf form, then maybe renewed vigor onto him or something like that. Maybe that's what he's thinking. He just doesn't like the way it looks. But you move back onto your lair, and then he can move on to his other lair tomorrow. But that might mean a fight. But the hunters are weak.
Yeah, you know what would be great right now in Sophia is like a mob and a wolves. Because the mob will damage if they have items, and the wolves will damage if they don't have items. Um, so you could, hurt Godalming with the wolves, but also hurt Seward with the mob.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you
Could
can
kill,
also
yeah, kill
Dracula.
Mina
They're
if
not
she
going
jumps
to
on you.
attack Dracula on this lair. That's why Dracula's going to have to move off of it. Which I think is why his next move is to go to his other lair, the one that's in Bucharest, with the rumor token. He's going to go there, and if there's not already a vampire there, he's going to put one down. Maybe it'll be a double or even triple vamp situation. Probably not a triple, because if there was a vampire on it originally, he probably would have taken it. Taken the mature, that is. But yeah, if he moves on to 10, it could be a real nasty lair. And then after that, all he has to do is wolf form or go to 17 and go to C. Okay, so it's rats.
Okay.
No cards
Well.
revealed. He doesn't have a gun. Rats and bats.
Oh, okay. Where's he going? Bucharest? Huh.
On yeah, you could put him there and attack him with the stuff in that lair, or send him back to Sarajevo, ambush him with the card that's there, and ambush him with the desecrated soil again. You could send him to 55 to fight that vampire.
Oh man.
You could send
Yeah,
what's in
these.
Belgrade? Bodyguards. Yeah, the Heavenly Hosts revealed some stuff about the trail, so that's kind of interesting.
Bodyguards,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Rats.
So Seward
Okay.
is. Does he have the Heavenly Host? Yes. Okay.
Good for those of us who are not paying attention to the reveals. Jordy's saying very early CG, true. Yep, yes, it is very early. Can use wolf form to Constanta, Varna, or Lair Salonica. Yes, those are good options. Uh, return to Sevilla. Jordy thinks returning to Sevilla is not good. And I think he has a point, but it's a weaker point because Seward clearly could not get in. Like, Seward is ready to fight, the other two are not that threatening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree.
I was actually a bit more worried before I saw Seward move to Sarajevo.
I think as long as you can avoid Seward, you're fine.
Yeah.
Mina's too hurt right now. Godalming only has one item. Now, do I think Rats and Bats was necessarily the best layer you can make? Not necessarily. But that's what he had to work with. That's what he had to work with. Especially considering a lot of times you put rats down on a layer, you don't even know if you're going to make it back to that layer. You're just trying to get rid of the rats.
Yeah, that
So,
makes
the
sense.
fact that he got any damage at all with it, not bad.
And honestly, it's not a bad thing to put down if you have something damaging.
It's 2
In this particular
guaranteed
case,
damage, save for
yeah.
dogs.
Oh, nice plot. Yeah, no, I mean, two
Good
guaranteed
plotting.
damage. You know you have two hunters that don't have items. coming at. Well, I guess I'm sorry, I missed it. Godalming doesn't have items. Can't remember what Mina has. Oh, she's got items. She's
She's
got the
got a
host.
heavenly host and a knife. But I think she has
One.
the,
Yeah, a lot of these
the
hunters do have
last
knives.
horse, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, so if you know that she has a knife, a horse, and a heavenly host, she's not going to remove that rat. So you
Yeah,
can get
and if she
a
moves
lot of
on to it,
damage
she
on
took
it.
even more damage.
It's a space people have to move on to, or be inconvenienced by not moving on to, especially if they don't have horses.
That's also a
So
good point.
it's honestly like probably one of the better times to play rats. All right, good use of plotting. Get some damage in. Is Aggie still in play? Aggie's in play, right?
She ought to be.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's in play.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he wants to escape.
No. Just damage. Get a claw in. Another plot.
Nice.
Oh, another dodge. You got it again.
He's catching
Alright,
and
you want to get a
dodging.
claw through.
Maybe punch Dracula every once in a while, you know? You wouldn't see that coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to get clawed and be down to 3. That'd be bad too.
And if he claws now against an escape and cancels the escape, he could get lucky not hitting the dodge, Like he could get lucky and deal 8 damage. It's
Yeah, but
possible.
surely
There's a
he would
claw.
dodge.
Cancel it. Or if Dracula wants to play it safer, he could just escape as a bat at the end. You're losing the rat, but you already
Take 2
triggered the bat.
damage though.
That's true.
And you're losing your ratty boys. Come on. How can you be so heartless?
Yeah. You gotta have heart for the rat, not
The
for
best,
Godalming.
the best I think is when you move into maybe not the best ever. Like obviously you want fog and stuff, but like if you're about to fight a hunter in a one-on-one, ooh,
Wow.
mesmerize, you
Man,
can put down the
Herowann's got his finger on
spy.
the pulse of this combat.
Yeah, he's killing it. You put down the spy, right? Then you ambush them with the spy. That way, when you escape as a bat, you're actually not having to clear any encounter at all.
Although I guess in hindsight he would rather play the claw against that knife, because Drax's just gonna dodge now. Yeah.
Godalming's gonna dodge, yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Speaking.
Oh, if Drag could dodge, that would be so overpowered.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? You got a knife? I'm gonna dodge it.
Oops. Okay, so where is he gonna
He's
get
hurt.
that?
You know? Oh, send him to your bodyguards. Send him to your bodyguards. Let them beat him up. Okay, he's got his own idea instead.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Did
We got
Godalming play
wow.
any items in that fight?
He played a knife.
He played
He's
a
got
knife.
a knife.
Okay,
Which
so
is what you want against
you're
a
right.
reckless.
You're right. The bodyguards wouldn't deal the damage necessary. You're right.
So your theory about Drac wanting to go back to Bucharest now is much strengthened if he's got a reckless there already.
Yeah,
You
but
definitely want to come back to
you
that.
have to hope that the reckless actually kills here. Otherwise, you have to move on to Godalming.
Okay, you catch the knife. That's good. Get the claw out. Got to claw at the right time.
But is he gonna dodge? He's been pretty dodge happy.
Yeah, it really depends on Drac's cards here. If you have double claw, play them both. If you don't,
Yeah.
you got to decide whether you want to plot or
What you're
do
gonna
something
do,
else.
yeah,
Mesmerize again.
exactly.
Fang. Okay, he's fanging. Okay, well,
Oh, Godalming will
Godalming will live.
He's bitten. 2 points of influence for that, because it was an ambush.
One for the ambush,
and
yeah, one for the bite.
he got a bite.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Now, if
happy
you're
reckless
Drac,
vampire.
do you just jump at him and take the day combat against Godalming here?
Kinda, yeah, I think you go for it. He's so hurt. Yeah, you might
You could
wanna
just
go
keep
for
on.
it. Here's the aristocrat.
Okay.
Oh, he's delayed.
Even better. That makes you want
Yeah.
to jump on a Godalming even more.
Yeah, delay there is pretty huge.
Especially because, I mean, on top of that, even if you don't win the day combat, Godalming's delayed tomorrow,
Yep.
so he can't move away from you.
He
You're going to
can't
get
simply leave, you're right.
a second bite at the apple if um, if Godalming does survive the day combat.
Jordy's predicting the same thing. Yeah, Dracula,
And then you can just
go
keep
to
on moving on to
regress
the
here and
castle and
finish
heal at
the
the
job.
castle if you want. Yeah. And if you kill him, how many points do you get at this
No
point? Do you get
fear of CG at
3?
this point either.
So
Ooh.
Drac would be at, like, after the mature, he'd be at, like, 12 influence points if he kills Godalming, I think. Is that right?
I don't think the CG was well considered enough. Because,
Yeah.
yes, it sort of inconvenienced Dracula, but the question then becomes, what is the follow-up? You can't just hit him with the CG. You have to have the 1-2 punch. You hit him once, and then you gotta knock him out. You know? You gotta have the follow-through, the finisher.
Yeah, unless, if it's not like a CG nuke, you gotta, like, use it to figure out, like, where you want his movements to go,
So that you can
right?
pen him in and deliver the coup de grace. Yeah,
And honestly,
exactly.
I think that's what AndreZot was thinking. I think it's like being a new digital edition, like Discord community person. I bet he didn't realize the Klausenberg thing. Just
That's
as someone
possible
who
too. I
was
mean,
new 9 months ago and is still someone new and still like learning the rules. Okay, nice
would
punch,
he
nice
have been
punch.
in an error if he had gone to Klausenberg? Or if he had been able to nuke Klausenberg? He
He'd
was
be
in
great.
Belgrade at the time.
Yeah, he would have forced the
Been
hunters to walk
one,
onto him, and
2.
he'd get 3 hunters on him. Yeah, it's a weak hunter in Godalming, but like, I
Well,
mean,
he could have still gone to 10. He could have gone to 50.
150.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sophia or
I guess.
Bucharest. Like, you would have had to have 1, 2. You would have had to blow up all those spaces, basically, in order to force him onto Sarajevo.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Because he had his hunter set up to like cover Valona and Zagreb. Um, but you're right. He
Just a
wouldn't have
little
enough tokens to
premature.
block the West. Yeah. Okay. So I missed that. I was on the
Also, have to
world
remember
screen.
the fact that now Dracula knows there's no CG is just a huge benefit to him. He can formulate a game plan that's much more efficient.
Yeah, he should go on a tour of all the CG nuke cities. Go to Prague, go
Go
to
to
Berlin,
Florence. Yeah.
Florence, Granada, Manchester.
Okay, Van
He's
Helsing
free.
finally getting moving
Free to let out
here,
his dreams.
but it
Live
might
out
be
his
too little
dreams of
too
a
late.
holiday in Manchester.
Godalming's still alive for now, but tonight could be it for him if we don't
Yeah, I missed the end of the combat, but
pull
it's a
off
win for him to be
some
alive.
serious action. Yeah, yeah. He's
Living is
got good
good.
luck. He's gonna need it.
Yeah.
And that trusty knife.
If I'm Drac, if I don't kill him here, I think I'd probably try again and just feed here.
What do you do? I mean, you gotta knife him, right?
There's a claw.
Oh,
Okay,
he's
good dodge.
spry.
Only one more claw out there.
Now,
Now do you mesmerize?
if you have the great strength, you knife here.
I think if I'm Dracula, I mesmerize because then I can kill with the fang or with the
Yes, he's
claw.
bitten. You're right. You're right. There's so many paths to victory for Drac here.
Ooh.
Oh, it's
Oh wow, the path gets even easier.
Yeah, this isn't good.
1 health left.
Now great strength won't even save you from a claws.
Do you... It really just depends on whatever Drax cards are. I mean, anything can be good. Mesmerize or Claw. Probably wouldn't Fang here right this second, but...
What if that's all you've got?
Yeah, you might try it. Okay, Mesmerize, that's good.
Catches
Stop
the
the
knife.
knife.
Now he's gonna dodge.
Now he's gonna dodge. Do you have the Claw? Do you plot if not? This Do you claw or do you plot? Or fang? Fang, okay. Oh, we found. Okay, there you go. Oh,
Oof,
is that going to
we.
be game?
Oh, two
I
damage.
thought it was only 2 points. I might have miscalculated. That
He
should be game now.
killed him, and he also got a bite. So that's 1 point for the bite, and then that's 3 points for the kill.
Oh right, okay. I forgot the point for the bite.
Not only, I mean, it's actually pretty well done because not only was he able to defeat the hunter, but he was able to bite him twice, maximizing the like point value that he was able to get out of defeating him. You see what I mean?
Yeah, that's very efficient,
It's
very well done.
it's not always easy to pull something like that off, but if you have the opportunity, yeah, it's like farm him for points, so to speak, while you've got him in the weak position.
4 health Mina versus 4 health Reckless Vampire.
You've
Mina
got
has to kill
you
this thing,
have to now because otherwise
or
it's
the game is
GG.
over. So Mina's got a Heavenly Host, which is an insta kill if you can avoid
This is
the
this
fangs.
is what happens when you don't have
You
enough
just play it.
stakes.
Do you just play the Heavenly Host now? What do you do? Obviously, a claw will kill you though. So a claw or a fang versus your Heavenly Host is dead. Well, the punch doesn't really help. Great strength.
Is
If
that
not,
it?
this is Herowann's game. Herowann's calling the GG. Yep, that is GG.
Yeah,
All right.
it's gonna mature now.
Herowann advances to 3 wins.
Dominant display from Dracula there. That's a classic example of how mucked up things can become in the East. If you let them slip out of control a little bit. The spiral of
Yeah,
bad things. Bad things tend to happen, and then that causes more bad things to happen, right?
for
Somebody
sure.
somebody loses a weapon, then all of a sudden they can't deal with Dracula's encounter and they're taking damage. Then all of a sudden they have to fight Dracula and they don't have any items. You know, it's sort of a spiral of bad things.
Yeah, it's like those hunters needed a resupply and were in a bad position without horses and so forth.
Right.
But they had more urgent things to deal with, so they could never really solve their longer standing problems. You know.
Yeah.
And I think the other
Playing
thing is you
catch
have
up.
Dracula so close, you don't want to let him get away. So you're hoping that you can get multiple hunters on him and kill him real quick, and not have to worry about the trail. But um, he just never had the movement to get to Drac.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to commit one way or the other, even if it means letting Drag get away for a bit. So, like, well, it's still early. Maybe we can clear up this trail, get some more supplies going, and then have another go at it.
So I missed all the early part of the game, but I have to imagine that if I'm AndreZot, one lesson I would take is don't move with the horses until and unless you have all the white ones out of the deck.
Oh,
To have 2 dead horses.
I mean, I would say sometimes you do go for it if you absolutely need
Like
to
if it's the
stop
very
the
end of the game,
encounter.
yeah. But I mean, it's like I don't know. I didn't see the first part, but let's assume best case scenario it was to like stop a 7 point mature, which I get why you would want to use it
Well,
there.
one of them
I don't
was. I
know.
don't know how
One
he
of them
lost the
was that.
first horse, but that one, the second horse, yes. He was trying to get to Galatz.
Uh, I don't know. Even in that case, I think I'd rather not chance it.
Yeah, it's dangerous
I don't
because
know.
especially if you lose the horse and Dracula gets the mature anyway, it's like he just got an
It's so much
extra
worse.
mature out of it. Yeah.
And it's like it just takes you so long to get that horse back. It's just crippling. Or to try to move around without one, especially in the East, it's just so like the horse is just
Well,
I don't
that's
know, I
the
think it's
thing is he could have actually taken the train and he would have gotten to Dracula's encounter just fine. He wasn't really to know. I mean, he sort of was to know that because at the time it looked like Dracula's encounter was in Galatz, but it was actually in Bucharest. But it
Uh,
looked for all the world like it was in Galatz. And he was in Vienna. All he had to do, or no, I'm sorry, he was in Budapest. So all he had to do was take the train to Bucharest with a yellow 2, and he'd have been there. And then the next day he could have gone to Galatz. It turns out he wouldn't have needed to, but I'm just meaning that trains can, like, yeah, the trains in the east suck, but not when Dracula's lurking around Galatz and Bucharest and Sofia.
yeah,
Then
certainly
the
if you
trains
have
there are actually kind of good. The trains suck when he's in Sarajevo and Valona and Athens.
yeah, if you have a yellow 2 ticket that'll get you there, definitely use it. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would rather just put away the yellow 1 ticket in order to draw the yellow 2. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care if the horse economy is perfect. Like, I want all the white ones to be out. Let me make that clear. All the white ones need to get pulled. But if there's a few yellow ones in there, that's not really the end of the world. Because there's a pretty good chance you'll hit a yellow 2 anyway. Right? Even if like
Yeah,
2 out of the 8 aren't what you want. It's not that big a deal. Uh, usually. If it means you can take the train tonight and get there, right?
yeah, I agree with that. If as long as you're not getting rid of your white ones, you can play around with the rest of them and sacrifice a yellow one if you need to.
Right. Right. Get
That's not the
get
biggest problem.
get the good train ticket, take the train until somebody gets that third white one out. Once you've got that, you don't need to take the train so much anymore, right? But in the meantime, take the train. That's sort of my mindset there. You want them to be activated uh, by like the end of the first week, give or take. But I mean, you just look at where Dracula is, and if you can look at that and say, "Oh, we can take the train right there, no trouble," then just do that. You get the chance to use your night action, and you use that to prepare for what you're going to do the next day, right? So if the next day it looks like, "Oh, we should take this train to Bucharest," well, that night draw the ticket, and then hopefully you get the right one.
Hmm. Yeah,
Gotta
that
make those
approach makes
travel
sense to me. Yeah,
arrangements. One
yeah.
way or another, you gotta make those travel arrangements. Senses of emergency, chartered carriage, um,
Yeah, book in
make them
advance.
count. Yeah, exactly. You know, Thanksgiving's a busy weekend. You don't want to be traveling without any plans. You know what I mean? That kind of
You don't
thing.
want to have to feel the sense of emergency because you didn't book early enough. You want to like
Exactly.
get that locked down.
And
Um,
we'll leave you
they
on
always
that
increase
one,
the price
folks.
later. There's another game coming up in 45 minutes or so. The redo of bug, the bugged out Spencer Wolfhard
Oh, that's
Hunter versus Randiv
such a
game.
shame too, because Randiv was having such a great game.
Oh really? Nice.
Yeah, he killed Godalming with the matured wolves. Oh, it was so cool.
Oh wow, I feel
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. I hope he has a
Well,
good game tonight
hopefully
too.
this will
Not
be a
that I'm
similar
rooting
one.
against Spencer or anything, but
Yeah,
it's always lame when that happens because of a bug.
yeah. Um, and then there's another game tonight as well. I think again, it seems like there's a Landsnecht versus Quinty game at 8 p.m. my time. That's
Okay.
midnight UTC. Although again, it's not in the chart. Put your games in the charts, people. But I do think from the chat that it probably is going to happen. So yeah,
Okay. Excellent.
a lot of great
Well,
Fury Dracula this week as we barrel towards the end of Phase 2. I'm looking forward to doing the groupings come Sunday for the next phase, uh, which will be interesting.
absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
be
Gonna get
interesting to see
excited.
when people are paired up with people with similar records and such.
Yeah, yeah.
See
See
how
some
that
close
changes things
games.
up. Yeah,
Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. We're gonna leave you on that one, and yeah, stay tuned. Check the Discord. We might have another one going for you in a bit, and we'll touch base with you then. So thanks for joining, everybody. Thank you for joining Snuff, and we'll talk to you later, everyone.
sounds good. Catch you next time.